Sí, pero me dijo que está con las niñitas. Ah, sí.
Okay, welcome, welcome, welcome. We just wanted to get started, so we're right on time. So about 5 seconds early. There we go, perfect timing. So we wanted to welcome everyone here. Obviously, we are Greg and Minna live from South Africa. So hopefully our internet's gonna be fine because it was been fine all day, and as soon as we get on here, it's like all of a sudden starts glitching. I'm like, stop it. So again, we're very, very excited to talk about this amazing technology. You can see my wife's neck here. I don't know what I do with my patches here. They're actually on the table over there. Oh no, here they are. So the cool thing about this is I'm going to have Mena start with obviously disclosure. She's the attorney of the group, but she's going to talk about this amazing technology from LifeWave X39. This amazing patch. Of course, I got it wearing right here, and she's showing hers right there. But again, I'm going to have Mena kind of explain a little bit more about what we're going to do today, and then we'll start talking about this amazing product and this amazing opportunity. So go ahead.
So, first and foremost, we want to thank you for joining us because we know it's holiday time. People are with families, so we have the numbers are a little low, but we are here to serve you and to help you and to share this amazing technology because there's not a day that goes by that we don't want to share with people. It's doing such amazing things. We are not medical professionals, but we know that the product is helping a lot of our friends and family around the world, and so we are going to continue to share with everybody that we meet. We also want to let you know that we are going to be sharing the product information first, and then we are going to transition to the opportunity and what it means for you if you are sharing this with people, how you're going to benefit from that. First, you'll benefit for yourself, then you'll see the benefits for them, and then you'll see some nice financial benefits, which a lot of us are so excited about. Some of us just want to know about the product, and that's okay. At that point, you can jump off. So if you have invited anybody to be on and you don't see them on here yet, please do shoot them a message and let them know that we've already got started. But thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. And so what's great about this is that we have the opportunity to share a little bit more about the product because we knew nothing about the company, knew nothing about, how this worked or anything else. But what's interesting is what we always start with people is, have you been patched yet? Because those of you that have been patched know what an awesome product this is. The company was launched basically 20 years ago, and this product X39 was actually launched back in 2019, but it was kind of a beginning of the launch. But then really 2020 is when the patent got launched really, and that's when things have grown like crazy. But I'd never heard of it, but I had actually some challenges, and how we heard about it was because a friend of ours, Ken and Diana Burke, are great friends of ours. We've known them for probably well over 10 years. And he knew that I had some challenges, but also knew that we were developing business and always were looking for different things. But when he started talking about this patch, I'm like going, what is this thing? And he said, Greg, you got to try this. He didn't realize that back in 2016, I had a car accident, damaged my neck, my shoulder, my back. Someone plowed in the back of my car. A couple years later, actually in 2021, I injured my knee, which affected my right hip. So a little over 2 years ago, I was in tons of pain. That's all I can say is that I had tons of issues. And when he said this could help because it helped one of his friends who had the same type of thing, a car accident, but she had multiple surgeries, and within a week her pain was gone. Now I said, I'll try anything. 3 days later, no knee pain, no hip pain, no shoulder pain, no neck pain, no back pain, all gone. I'm like, what in the world is this thing? How does this work? And really researched it. I remember about 2 hours in researching it, just watching all these videos, everything he had sent me. Finally, I was looking at it after several days and went, oh my goodness. It's like I felt like a lightning bolt. I'm going, this is real. This is real tech. Oh my gosh, this is real tech now. We're going to help so many people. And immediately start talking to my wife about what happened that day and how I was feeling great. She's like, what? I said, no, I'm serious. I go, I got no more pain. I started doing squats and doing other things. She goes, what? Are you serious? I could raise my arm all the way, which I couldn't do before because I had very bad shoulder pain. And literally, then we started doing the research and learning, more about this. And the one of the things that we found out more about this was that, again, as we started researching the company, and then we started researching the founder. And the thing that I was blown away by, the founder is actually the CEO people get optimal health, and he knew that was a key for that. And this one product took 10 years and $4.5 million for the research and development to come out with this one product. And so I started sharing some information with my wife, and then she started looking at a little more depth and started talking more about finding out about the patent.
Yeah, so I was originally very skeptical, like I heard Augusta was skeptical. So I was skeptical. I was like, there's no ways that this little patch, this little plaster is going to help anybody with anything. But it was undeniable when Greg 3 days later called me to tell me he didn't feel any more pain. I was like, oh my goodness. And then when he went back to his chiropractor and was checked out, and the chiropractor said, there's nothing I can do. You're in perfect homeostasis. At that point, I was like, okay, let me take a closer look at this. And then I found out that there's this patent. And my background is law, so I'm an attorney, a South African attorney. And I understand from my colleagues that it takes a lot of money, a lot of research, a lot of time to actually register a patent. I don't have a patent, neither does Greg. I don't know, you may have one, and great for you if you do, because I know the time and effort and the money you spent in getting that done. But I realized that David has a lot of patents, and this is the patent for the X39. It was registered in July of 2020, and we still have a 16-year run on this patent because it's registered for 20 years. And what that means is that no one else can go and create this product and use it out there and tell you it's the X39, because it's not. And also, you cannot make the claims that are made in this document. It's like 22 pages long. If you want to go read it, you can go read it on thisisatinfo.com. And there are claims that are made there, and you cannot make those claims unless you've actually proved that they in fact do happen. And I was so blown away because I thought, oh my gosh, there's a legal document. And it says embodiments, this is just the one paragraph, embodiments as a result of elevating copper peptide, including activation of stem cells, improvements in energy, elevation of antioxidants, reduction in inflammation, management of pain, improvements in stamina, sorry, elevation of collagen production, carry on.
Elevation of collagen production and improved wound healing. So one thing that's interesting is that when we look at all these things, we can stop right now. Literally, people go, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that. Because think about all the things that people are taking now. They're drinking, they're popping pills, doing all kinds of different stuff, everything to try to get these results. And the amazing part about that, this is something they've proven, and so now they can include it into the patent itself. And so she was like, did you see this? And I was like, so literally, all of a sudden, she's a believer, right? So the company itself never heard of LifeWave, didn't even know much about them, but it's a 20-year-old company, like I mentioned earlier, but it went from 20 million, literally in around 2019, to literally over 320 million to 430 million, to this year doing over 600 million. It's projected to be $1 billion company next year. We're not talking over the past 30 or 20 years. We're talking the past 4 years. So when you understand how quickly things can happen, they're open in over 75 countries, and it's not a Me Too product like most companies. So if I think about, if I was talking to you about a supplement, maybe another pill or something else that would help with, yes, CBD essential oils. Market, every single one of those things are completely saturated. I can buy them from a local here in South Africa, Dischem or Clicks or whatever, or I could buy them online. And obviously in the US, you can buy them at any kind of store imaginable, all those kind of things. So you got to talk about, why is your product better? when we start talking to people about this amazing stem cell activation patch, people lean forward and go, what was that? What'd you say about stem cells? That happens every single day we talk to people about this. And so it's amazing. Can you give me information on that? How do I get that? And how expensive is it? And those are the kind of questions we get. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that. And that's why today, if you're just willing to share a little bit, you'd be amazed at how many people are like going, I've been looking for something like this because of all the benefits, which is huge.
So why X39? Why would we even share this with people? Because, and I didn't know this, the when we age, most of our stem cells, the majority of them will become inactive over time. At age 30, they say 50% of your stem cells are not functioning the way they should be. At age 60, almost 100%. I mean, if there's 2% of your stem cells actually doing what they should be doing, you're lucky. So when I realized that, if you're a day older the next day, heal that broken arm first, at if you think I do want to stay young and I do want my stem cells to be activated.
And we'll talk a little about results in a little bit. So how this works is, once again, it's a form of phototherapy. And a lot of people, if you don't know what phototherapy is, Google it. It's pretty amazing when you understand what it is. But we experience phototherapy every day when we go out in the sun. Now we're here in Johannesburg, South Africa. We live in Florida, the Sunshine State. Johannesburg is the exact same thing. The sun's out every single day. It's beautiful, blue skies all the time, which is pretty amazing. And when the sun comes out, it actually hits our skin. The sunlight hits our skin and really elevates things in our body. Most people know we get vitamin D, basically increasing vitamin D in our body from the sun. A lot of people say, well, why get vitamin D from the sun? Well, the sun's not pushing out vitamin D. It's pushing out a frequency of light that interacts with our biggest organ, our skin, and elevates that in our body. Well, this does the same thing. The way the patch works is that our body emits heat and light 24/7. So if I put night vision goggles on, we'd actually glow in the dark, right? So what happens is we're emitting heat and light. So the patch, when you put it on, now it basically reflects back the heat and light. So it basically hits the patch, reflects back in, and starts activating different things. So it's patented nanocrystal technology. Basically, these nanocrystals, that's what took 10 years, $4.5 million worth of research. So what kind of things do we reflect back using the organic nanocrystals? And then it's non-transdermal. No drugs, no chemicals, no stimulants, non-invasive. What it does, it activates what's called GHK copper peptides in our body, which basically activates our stem cells. It also increases collagen level dramatically, decreases inflammation, and a lot of other things that we'll talk about in a minute. But Ben, you want to read the little disclosure there?
LifeWave products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition.
Yep.
So this is a topography map of a 77-year-old woman, and David Schmidt wanted to show inflammation. And here he took a scan of a 77-year-old woman's brain at session 1, and there's a lot of red, a lot of orange, bright colors. And he explains that, and he says that's inflammation in the brain, which means that the brain cells are not really active, they're not functioning properly, and there's a lack of brain coherence. Wearing the patch, that is she put the patch on consistently, the back of her neck, and she every day in the morning wore it for 12 hours, took it off to rest and repair at night, and stayed hydrated with good water. So session 1, we saw that scan. Session 2 is a scan of the same woman wearing the patch 3 weeks later. A lot of those bright colors are no longer there. And David Schmidt explains that, and he says that the inflammation has detoxed, and so there's now improved brain coherence. The brain cells are starting to activate and starting to actually balance. Session 3, only 6 weeks later. A complete turnaround, better brain coherence. There's even the blue and the green hues are evenly distributed in that scan. And David Schmidt said that if he had scanned every organ in her body, it probably would have looked like it did at session 1. So it's not just the brain that had inflammation. And the other thing he said, really, it was so simple. All she had to do was stick the patch on, take it off, stick a patch on, take it off. And no diet change, no 6-week program of detox and cutting out this and cutting out that and going to the gym 3 times a day. All those things are great. But how many people can actually do that? How many people can make that decision? I'm going to cut out sugar and I'm going to cut out lots of carbs, those kind of things. Or I'm going to go to gym every single day of the week. People have good intentions, but they found it difficult, to incorporate these things in their lives. And this was just a patch.
Yeah.
Very simple.
Yeah. A lot
Heal,
of
patch, and pray.
Yeah, that's right. And a lot of doctors even say this is the easiest protocol they've ever been able to implement because it's so simple, which is great. So some of the benefits of X39, we could go through pages and pages and pages of these, but we're just going to highlight a few. So when we talk about increased strength, that is so critical. As we get older, unfortunately, most people don't get stronger, they get weaker. So when you start doing that, it becomes a big difference. So I was vegan for 18 months, nothing wrong with being vegan, but I did that back in 2019, 2020. And literally, I got great increased strength. I got a lot of things that benefit from that. But unfortunately, I'm a meat eater, so I like meat, I like everything else, and I started noticing a challenges in those areas that I was benefiting before, I was not benefiting as much in, and then all of a sudden we started using this patch, I felt like I was vegan again, literally eat meat and everything else because of those benefits. So increased strength, reduced inflammation. In fact, many doctors said this is the best anti-inflammatory they've ever seen, which is amazing. Increased, another thing I was looking for, energy and vitality. That is awesome. When you understand, you start using the patch, and all of a sudden you're like, man, I just feel better. I got more energy. You just feel the vitality is just, once again, you live a life of vitality. That's what people want. Mental clarity. This is huge. You look at that, once again, the balanced brain, you talk about mental clarity. I felt like I walked out about 3 weeks later after using the patch. I felt like I walked out of a cloud. I had brain fog left over from COVID, and it was plaguing me, and I hated it. I'm going, why am I not thinking like I used to? And everybody says, oh, you're older. I'm like, I rebuke that. And I'm like, no, that's not the case. And literally by using this patch, mental clarity, restored most skeletal conditions. They talk about people going back in homeostasis. That's what happened to me. It happened to so many other people that we talked to. Improvement of sleep. I'll have Meta talk about that.
So improvement of sleep. I did not wear the patch to improve my sleep. I didn't even think about it. I just wanted to wear it because he had great results, and I was starting to have inflammation, my hands were getting really stiff. I'd wake up with stiffness in my hands in the morning, and I thought, well, maybe this is going to help. I'm sure I've got inflammation and stuff happening, and lo and behold, it helped with that. But I was blown away when a week and a half later, I mean, after years of not sleeping well, going to bed with everybody's problems and worrying about my clients and family and this and that. And I had the best sleep. I rested so well. I woke up in the morning. I felt like I was dreaming. So I was in a REM sleep dreams, whereas prior to that, I don't sleep, years now. Like I do not.
She's breathing a little bit differently, and I'm like going, let me take the phone, let's take up the, so what are you doing? I'm saying, you're falling asleep, put the stuff away. Anyway, so that didn't happen several years ago. So improvement of skin appearance. And that's one thing that I tell people, talk about fine lines, wrinkles, everything else, but your skin better, hair, skin, nails, everything else improving. And it talks about, achieving optimal health, a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. Now, again, we can't guarantee any of these things for people, but this is the things they've seen over and over and over. And there's a lot more than that. And the next slide is the one that really blew me away. So this is the long-term, case studies they've done. And again, we say this is something that we've been using it for over 2 years now. We love this product, but you can go on thisisinfo.com and research this stuff. And one of the studies he did that in the first few days, well, multiple studies he've done, they've realized that this begins to reset genes. 4,000 genes begin to reset to a younger state. Now, I've heard other people talk about, there's a lot of supplements out there that has resveratrol in there. Say resveratrol resets genes, and it's this, it's the and it's great. That's found in red wine, and people drink red wine. Nothing wrong with that. Well, it resets 2 genes. This resets 4,000. A little bit of a difference, right? Within 6 weeks, you saw that the brain becomes balanced. Within 3 months, collagen levels increase 2, 3, 400%. So when you understand the difference of that, how many people are taking collagen supplements now, right? Collagen drinks, collagen powders, collagen this. It's the biggest, it's like the biggest thing. The crazy part of this is doing it naturally and effectively. Where a lot of the stuff people are taking, you're maybe getting a very small amount of all the stuff you're doing is actually making a difference. A lot of it doesn't even make that big of a difference. This, you'll see a noticeable difference, which is huge. Within 6 months, this is the big one. Your heart reverses in age on average of 8 years, based upon some of the studies they've done. 8 years younger. So I'm 54 now. I'm really not 54, with the way I feel, because I used to feel like I was in my 60s when I was 52. Now I'm 54 and I feel like I'm in my 30s. I think I'm slipping into my 20s. It's amazing. So that's why David, talks about this. He said, this is not anti-aging, it's age reversing. That's a pretty bold statement, but he can prove it scientifically over and over and over. And it's blowing people's minds, which is pretty awesome.
So how we wear the patch, we wear it for 12 hours on and 12 hours off to repair and rejuvenate. So preferably take the patch off at night when you're sleeping to rest and repair. If you work at night, I have a new partner in New Zealand, and her daughter actually works night shifts. So she wears her patch at night and she takes it off when she goes home to sleep in the morning. And then you have to stay hydrated. So drink really good water. Make sure you have minerals in your water. Add extra electrolytes, whether it's cucumbers or watermelon or Celtic salt. You want to add electrolytes to your water, and just repeat. So every day, a new patch on. Put a new patch on. And you've seen the graphics here. The reason why they're wearing the patch at the back of the neck and underneath the belly button is because David Schmidt, actually, that's when he did the testing. You have to be consistent when you do tests. So he made sure that people were wearing the patch on two specific areas, which are the hot buttons for wearing this particular patch.
Yep.
But you literally can wear it anywhere on your body. If you have a sore knee, put it on your knee. If your lower back is sore, put it on your lower back.
Yeah, anybody who does anything, acupressure, acupuncture, something like that, they know there's hot spots, and these are two different ones, but you can put it really anywhere, which is pretty amazing. So the one thing we know about this Exodan absolutely works. The testimonials are life-changing and very emotional. I mean, you've seen me, if you see me doing meetings, a lot of times I get emotional talking about other people's testimonials, so I love hearing from other people, but it's so simple to explain. You don't have to explain this. You can send people to This Is It info, have them do the research, but we're going to share a couple of different things, and then we're going to hear someone live talking about a testimonial. They just got involved just a few months ago. And so people say, well, our doctors, utilizing this. Absolutely, all over the world. So this is just one example. I'll show a couple of examples, but Adam Schneider, he's actually in Tampa, Florida. He is a plastic surgeon, an MD. Once again, he does plastic facial surgery. So he said the normal recovery time after they do the plastic surgery takes 6 to 8 weeks. So a month and a half to 2 months to restore back to kind of normal conditions. That's how long it takes after he does the plastic surgery. People know if they've seen this before, if they've already done. I had a gal who's a part of our team has a friend who actually used him and said, yeah, it took about 2.5 months for her. So on average, 6 to 8 weeks. Well, he saw the wound healing properties. He goes, I bet this will work actually better if we do it prior to actually doing the procedure. Well, now they do it 30 days prior as part of the protocol. He said, if you want to work with us, you must use this patch because the results you're getting are now 7 to 10 days. Think about that. Month and a half to 2 months compared to 7 to 10 days by utilizing this. So he's got videos all over the internet you can see, and we can even send you some if you want to see the one that he talks about this specifically. Another one is Dr. Leland Stillman. He's an expert in photobiomodulation or phototherapy. He basically, when you talk about light therapy, he's an expert. So he has hundreds of thousands of dollars of machines where people go on these red light therapy beds. You might have heard of red light therapies, blue light therapies, all these different things. So he uses all these things to treat all kinds of ailments that are out there, and they work, which is great. The challenge with it is that people got to drive to him, basically do these different things and do all these different protocols. And he even mentions all these different things. And he goes, what's this little tiny patch going to do? And you can hear his interview actually on the website, thisisinfo.com, where he talks about why he's utilizing this. He says the same thing. If you want to be my patient, you're going to be using this. So it's part of his protocol. The reason why, because he was blown away. And he really kind of realized that the stuff that he does, the light therapy is very high level, intense light therapy for short periods of time, 10, 15, 20 minutes of time typically. For this, It's low level stimulation for a longer period of time, 12 hours a day. He said, I bet it works in conjunction really well. He was blown away. He was like, Lily, so watch the interview. He was like, this works better than 99% of the stuff that he has, and it works in conjunction very, very well to help people with a lot of the ailments they have. Some other things you see a lot of before and afters. The thing I love about this, you look at day one. I recommend people do the same thing. Dude, I wish I would have done pictures. I wish my wife would have done pictures, right? But day one, day 42, day 355, we should start doing pictures right now anyway. So once again, she looks like a younger sister. Now look at her. If you don't notice the difference there, this will help with your eyesight as well, which is pretty cool. So, I mean, a huge difference. We talk about anti-aging versus age reversing. This is called age reversing. Here's another person. Again, we've talked to a lot of people like that is not normal. So here's a person who basically fell through the rafters, fell through the ceiling, broke 6 ribs, punctured his lung, extreme discomfort. Expected recovery was at least 6 weeks minimum before he go to work. Well, he's back to work within 3 weeks. Look at the dates here. The 17th compared to the 30th says 13 days. It's less than 2 weeks difference on that. Most people are like, that is not normal. No, because again, this is something that actually activates your stem cells that do the recovery for you, which is what our bodies are meant to heal, and this just helps in that process. Other people with skin conditions, men had different skin conditions, different things and stuff like that. But you look at the difference. I mean, this is not her hands, but once again, just as an example, we have thousands of testimonials like this. I mean, over and over and over, just highlighting some. Here's another guy. They call these things festoons. I call them baggage, right? like he's got serious luggage, right? But again, you look at over a period of time. That didn't happen overnight, but basically, almost a year later, the difference on this. But you look at the difference of what he looks like by comparison, and we can go over and over and over. You want to talk about one of our friends?
Yeah, so Eleni is one of our good friends for now almost 5 years, almost 6 years. And, when we met her, she was, she was reluctant to talk about her situation, but we became really close, and she told me that she's got alopecia, and she tried absolutely everything to get her hair to grow by, steroid injections in the head, supplements, different shampoos, different protocols. Nothing actually helped her. And so she was wearing wigs and hats, and, that was what she had to resort to doing. And then when we found out about the XC9 over 2 years ago, I just thought to myself, I wonder if this will help her, because it's helping with a lot of conditions. And so I shared it with her, and I showed her the website. I told her to take a look at that. This is at info.com if you haven't seen that. And she took a look at it. I didn't give her any guarantees. I didn't tell her it's going to fix her problem. But she made a decision. She tried everything else, so she might as well try this. And she did, and thank God she did. Her hair, you can see just from those pictures before and after. So she's ditched the hats and the wigs, and she is really, really grateful that we actually shared. Her and her husband also are sharing with a ton of people. I mean, why wouldn't you share? If you've had this kind of a miracle, oh my goodness, I would go to absolutely every hair salon, because how many women are sitting in the chairs and hoping and praying that their hair is going to grow? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we were just talking
Amazing.
to ladies here locally, and they said that's a big issue with a lot of women here in South Africa as well. So again, if you have people that that have a situation or anything like that, we never know what the result's going to be, but we've seen so many benefits. It's been amazing. So like we mentioned before, there's so many different things we do, but we've got a couple that actually is relatively new. I heard them share last night. I saw a replay of actually a meeting that they did. We were actually sleeping. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning our time here, so sorry we couldn't be on there. But again, we really wanted them to share. So actually, I got Augusto, who's on here with his beautiful wife, and Glenda is the wife. So I was going to see if you could unmute your screen real quick and basically share a little bit more about your story and what you've seen, some of the benefits of that. That'd be great.
Yeah, can you
See me?
how we
Okay.
yeah, we are on the video. Just share the
We
screen.
want to share some
We have
pictures.
to share some pictures. Yeah.
Some pictures.
Oh, well, here, let me do this real quick. Let me
Can
see
we
if I
do that?
can. I'm going to make you guys also co-hosts. So give me 1 second here, because I don't know if you can share it unless I make you co-host. Give me 1 second if I can find. There you are.
Okay.
And let me make you co-host. There we go. Now you should be able to share. So
All
if you
right.
want to share
Okay.
your pictures now, there we go.
Habla,
Okay.
habla.
So from the time that I start using the patch, can you see it? My hair has been changing to white, from white to black.
Too dark. Hmm.
So we don't
Uh-huh.
see the pictures on there. Are you are you sharing
No?
your screen right now?
Okay.
If you
Let's
go
see.
into share, so you get a green
Share,
button on the bottom that says share, click that, and then you should be
Yeah,
able to
what?
click on your screen that
share
way.
Share
screen. Oh,
screen.
okay, yeah.
Okay. So let's see.
Yeah, we
There.
we start using the patch like almost 2 months.
Right.
Yeah, the first week we use the patch, we our pain, uh,
Gone.
I pain gone, gone. Yeah, my arms always in pain
I'm
for a
sorry.
lot of time.
So you're sharing your
And
screen, but what we're
I'm
seeing is
sorry.
just your Zoom.
Okay,
Sorry
dale,
about that.
dale.
So what we're seeing is just the Zoom. We're not seeing
Yeah,
any
just
pictures.
share your testimony.
Yeah.
We'll get the pictures and we'll share them afterwards.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Okay, dale.
No, go ahead.
Yeah,
I,
my pain disappeared from my arms, and my vision is really my vision from the long distance is really good. I saw perfectly. I drive without glasses, and I saw all this the letters from the
Signs.
signs now is amazing, and I can read the small um,
Letters.
species letters and all small letters, and I change my the the
The signs.
size letter in my iPhone because it was the biggest size, and now it's in the middle size. Is amazing how this patch changed our lives. Also, my son have a mental health condition, and when he used the patch, he is very
Calm.
calm, very
Focus.
focused. And last week, one day, we didn't use the patch, and I feel the difference of him. Totally different without the patch. And well, my
And it's not even 2 months. I think the 2 months will be today, right?
2 months, yeah, I think so.
Today or tomorrow. And my experience, what I say before, I'm 60 years old, and now I'm seeing my hair is coming like a little dark, a little no dark, black. I'm gonna send you the picture, guys. So it's a lot of coming. So now my wife called me salt and
Salt and pepper.
pepper.
Salt and
Yes.
pepper.
Even younger. Thanks God. So we are so excited with that. And this is the way that we can show how the power of this product, because it's easy when you have the result in yourself and you can share with other people. They can see in you. And the other day I was busy client. I'm not a realtor. And the people that I saw told me, hey, you look younger. And I start talking about it. So of course,
Mhm,
this is take time, little by little, and
mhm.
we are sharing this information and this opportunity with everyone. And our goal for 2025 is to be able to, to achieve those goals and be able to be like a manager, whatever level we can go. We want to,
Director.
yeah,
Senior
director.
presidential.
Right, exactly. Why not, right? If the other are achieving, why not us, right? If we put the force, of course, this is
Yes.
we had to work. We had to tell people what is the opportunity and everything. Take that training, learn more about it, and of course, we're gonna be a success. Thank you very much for the opportunity,
Absolutely.
Yes.
and
Fantastic.
we are in the right team.
This is it, team.
Yes,
Yes, you are.
absolutely.
You are.
Yes, and what's great about that is not only you're looking younger, but now your wife can see that you're looking younger because her eyes are improving too. So that's absolutely phenomenal. But just hearing more about that, I joke around people all the time, going, "I hope your hair turns dark." Like my hair is
Oh
darker now. I
yeah.
had a bald spot back here, no longer have a bald spot. And it's amazing. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Absolutely.
It's just so cool.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
fantastic.
Well,
Well,
thank you for
Of
sharing. We
course.
yes.
appreciate it. And we know it was late notice.
Mhm.
We asked you to share, but great job, and we
Yep.
appreciate you.
And if you send the pictures to where we basically been texting back and forth, we'll see if we can play those at the end because I'll be able to pull them up and actually share with people. That'd be great. So, is that okay, Salt and Pepper?
Okay.
I
Absolutely.
love
I'm
it.
gonna share it to the chat that we have. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
perfect.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that. Fantastic. Well, thank you again
Exactly.
for
That way
sharing.
you can download in your computer.
Yep,
Excellent.
I'll be
Thank
able
you
to share it
guys.
right on my screen, which would be perfect. Awesome.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Okay, great. So let me do this real quick. There we go. Okay, perfect. So one thing that we talk about, and again, we could go over so many, and those people that have actually, know about this product, there's a testimonials page right on there. But we always recommend going to thisisitinfo.com. So we shared with everybody. There's no way to buy the product there. It's just for informational purposes. That's the reason for this is it info. So I'll be like, what's the name? This is it. So actually, Steve and Gina Merritt, who we work with, he was a water skier and literally had 13 different surgeries on all kinds of places on his body. As a professional water skiing, obviously a lot of falls, a lot of pulls, a lot of different things that he did. And literally within a week, his pain was gone. And his wife's like, oh my gosh, this is it. And so literally, that's the name of our team. This is it. And so if you go to This Is It Info, you can find that. You can go to see the different testimonials that are right on there. And you can click on any of these different ones. And there's different videos within each one. There's usually 3, 4, 5 videos in each one. So be sure to check out the different testimonials, because if you want to hear something specific about any of these different ailments, you'll see that it helps with pretty much everything, which is pretty fantastic. So pretty much we're done with going over the product and some of the information, some of the testimonials, and we're going to shift right now. Again, some people say, well, I just want to find out about the product. Great. Feel free to get back with the person who has that. But if you say, how do I get my product for free? You might want to stick around for the next, say, 20, 25 minutes, maybe 20 minutes or so to hear more about how you can actually earn money and offset it to basically get your product for free. Or like us, literally, where we're able to accomplish freedom. And to me, these words on the screen here mean a lot of things to different people. The number one thing for me has always been family. That's the number one word, always has been, always will be. Spending time with my family is extremely important. So the reason we're in South Africa is we can spend time with Mena's family. We've been spending time, she's been here since, mid-November. So yeah, spending lots of time, here with the family. But the number one thing for me a couple years ago was freedom. That became a very big priority because my job had turned to the point where the past couple of years actually became very toxic. It was not fun anymore. It was not good. I was still doing very well, but I was literally working harder and harder, making less and less money than ever before. And it became even more toxic because they were just using different software against us, tracking every single minute of the work that we did. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm like penalizing a performer. Leave me alone, go bug someone who's, whatever. But I wanted freedom. And to give you an idea, within 14 months, I was able to replace my income. 2 months later, that was back on January 8th of 2024, I was able to fire my job. So people get fired from their job. I fired my job. I said, give my job to someone who needs it, because I said, I don't need it anymore. And literally since then, we've doubled our income, doubling it again. It's been growing like our business has been growing like crazy. And if you understand the kind of money you can make and what freedom is, freedom's real. I tell people that all the time. It is absolutely phenomenal to get up when you want to get up, do what you want to do when you want to do it. Are we still building this business? Yeah, but and I'm not talking about bars and barbed wire fences and everything. I'm talking about financial security. What about travel? If you like the idea of travel, we're going to highlight something at the very end. If you're interested in the idea of free travel, I always say if it's free, it's for me. My wife says if it's free, I'll take 3, especially when there's chocolate involved. But anyway, so for travels with that, which is awesome. Better health is a huge thing. If you know anybody's looking for better health, this is the best product we've ever used in our entire life. And we've used a lot of different things. It's been absolutely phenomenal. And then the idea of how about less debt? How about zero debt? How about 2025 being totally debt free, right? So that's what we're helping people do, which is pretty awesome. So you want to talk about the company?
So LifeWave itself, and we did say previously that it's a 20-year-old company,
Yeah.
20 years this year. It's ranked #1 momentum company per businessforhome.org. So you can go check it out. I mean, we did share how just the introduction of this patch in 2020 took the company from 20 million US to over 600 million US in 4 years. I mean, that's astronomical. So you don't see that happening. This is David Schmidt over here. This is one of our very, very first major convention, which was August of 2022. I mean, there's just thousands of people here. This is actually our church in Tampa, the pavilion, and we're all sitting underneath this. It was really, really hot in August in Florida. Is really, really hot and muggy. But Steve and Gina Merritt are our team lead. So this is Gina, Steve, and Meredith Burkich is the president of LifeWave, and they've in 2024 we were actually LifeWave was given the Bravo Growth Award as a company who's been around for so long. Usually they give it to a startup company, but because we've had so much fast growth in the last 4 years, LifeWave has actually been awarded the company.
Yeah, it's interesting. This award,
the award.
So this award is actually taken over a 4-year. The company has grown the most over the past 4 years, and they won this. They said this is unheard of for a company that's 20 years old to win an award like this, because most companies are brand new because you start from zero, right? And so the other thing that's amazing is the growth track. You see, this is 2023. We're going to count numbers of 2024, but the blue line is our team. We're outpacing the actual company itself, and actually we're the number one team within LifeWave, which is absolutely phenomenal. And David Schmidt says that he goes number one team in the world, which is pretty amazing. So once again, I'm going to kind of go over the compensation plan, explain it a little bit so you have a better idea. It's a high level overview. You can go onto our other site called thisisitteam.com and watch videos explaining in minute details. But again, what happens, you want to get started. I always tell people, do you want to pay retail or do you want to pay wholesale? I've never heard anybody say I want to pay retail. Everybody's like, I want to get the lower price, I want to pay wholesale. What happens is that by getting it wholesale, you become a brand partner, and it's up to you if you want to take advantage of the compensation. There's 4 ways that we make money. There's really 5, but the fifth one's free trips. But the 4th way you make money is basically where you get started as a brand partner, buy the stuff at wholesale, and then you say, you know what, how do I get the product for free? Well, you can introduce us to other people and allow us to help you do that. So what happens, we put 2 people on the right, you build a right team, a left team, 2 on the right, 2 on the left. And this basically becomes the building block just by doing this and helping others do the exact same thing over and over and over and over again. By doing this, you become a manager. By becoming a manager, you can make up to $1,500 per week. For those here in South Africa, 30,000 Rand a week, right? So when you understand that, not bad for just doing this. Now, it's not going to start there. You'll start making maybe 100 and 200 and 300 and 400, and it starts growing to the point where you max out at 1,500. But what happens along the way, you'll find someone that says, I want to be a manager. And then you find another person that says, I want to become a manager. So what happens, now you have a manager on the right, manager. If you become a director, you make up to 2,500. And it goes up and up and up to the point where you can make up to $25,000 a week. Yes, I said that, per week. Now, it maxes out there. It's $1.3 million. Not bad, but that's only one of 4 ways that we make money. So what happens is you grow to the point where you become a manager, then you can become a director by having 2 managers. Then when you have 2 directors, one on the right, one on the left, you become a senior director. And what's awesome about that is that when we hit this, residual-wise, it's about $1,000 a week. Now, I want you to picture that for a second. Think about, imagine if your work you're doing right now, did say, hey, if you could do some sideline work and we'll start paying you on a residual basis, and after, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, you start making lots of money to the point where you're making $1,000 a week. What difference would that make in your life? What if we could help you do that in the next 3 to 6 months, right? Help you actually make an extra $1,000 a week. Would that make a difference? An extra 20,000 Rand per week. Would that make a difference in your life? We've been helping a lot of people do that. What happens, we hit that level, then we hit the executive director, and that's basically, for most people, that's a 6-figure residual income. I tell people that all the time. And what happens, 6 weeks later, we hit presidential. That's called momentum. Hit presidential, and then October of this year, we just basically hit senior presidential director. We hit the highest rank of the company. I'm telling you, it's worth everything you can possibly give to it. We got freedom here, but actually since then, our business has skyrocketed to the point we got business now in 29, I don't even know, it's 30 countries now, 29 countries. And I actually put a goal 5 years ago that we want to have business in 30 countries around the world. We didn't even know about LifeWave. I just put it out there because I'd love to have an international business, because my wife being from South Africa and all the international context, I just knew God was going to provide some way. Didn't realize it was going to be this. So that's huge if you understand that kind of income. Now, can it happen? Absolutely. Whatever it is you want. If you can't think that big, well, would an extra $1,000 a month make a difference? If that would make a difference, then let's help you accomplish that. The big money is actually here, though. The next big one basically is a matching bonus, unlimited income potential. I truly mean unlimited. So I'll give you a couple examples on this, but what happens is that when you personally register somebody, you now get 25% on whatever they make of the binary. So when they make, say, $100, you basically are going to get 25% of that. You're going to make $25. When they make $200 the next week and $500 a week after, as they keep on growing, you make 25% for every personal person. It's unlimited how many personals you have. We've personally sponsored over 200 people personally. Now, does that mean that you have to do that? No, but you can personally sponsor. You'll realize real quick, I need to share this with a lot of people. Now, these people, what do? They're like, I want to share it with other people. Now, imagine you had 10 people here, and imagine these 10 people find 10. You understand the numbers here. What happens is that these people go, oh my gosh, I got dreams, I got goals and visions, and you start making 20% off of what they do. The people that personally sponsor them make 25%. Now, these people say, I know some people. Now, imagine these 10 who find 10 each, right? Now, is it going to happen like that? No. Some people will do more, some people less. We got people that have put in hundreds of people on their team, and we got people that have thousands of people on their team now because people who know people who know people. But in reality, what happens here is as they start growing, the more successful they become, successful you become. So literally, this is where people are making thousands, tens of thousands, even some people making over $100,000 a week. My internet became unstable, so I'll repeat again, making over $100,000 a week. And we're not talking 20 years ago. We're talking about in the past 2 years have gone from zero to making over $100,000 a week in the past little over 2 years. So if you understand that idea, whatever amount you want to pick, that's what it is. So some people say, I can't think that big. Well, whatever. We just want to make sure that you know that's available. So what happens here is that more than anything else is that when you look at it from a business standpoint, there's tremendous opportunity here. So you want to talk a little bit more how people get started?
Yeah. So we talk about getting activated. What does that mean? You actually get product for yourself. And really, these packages are one-time purchases. So you can start where it actually fits your pockets. If you're saying, you know what, I just want to try it. I'm not interested in anything else. A core may be what you might be interested in getting, okay? And that's 3 of these at the wholesale, and you're going to get it for 200. And you can use it for yourself, your spouse, or significant other, and a child or a family friend. Advanced is for the business builder. So if you're the kind of person who says, you know what, I like the product, I understand it, I want to use it for myself, and I maybe want to share with 1 or 2 people because I'm going to, get my feet wet and I'm going to share, I'm going to start talking to people about this. Well, then the business builder is for you. And the reason why we like business builder, in fact, we love premium, okay? But business advanced is for those who probably say, oh, you know what, I'm going to be still a little cautious and not get premium, I'll wait a while. So advanced will allow you to benefit on of the you get paid on every aspect. Premium is what we do. We saw, oh my God,
and you make $405 for registering a premium. So we registered several premiums, several advanced, several cores, and we made our money back. And literally the first month we made almost $3,000 our very first month. We'd never done that before. We've never seen anything where you can make money right away. Then the residuals started kicking in, and we're like, oh boy, this is getting good. Not only the money up front, but the residuals. And we start talking to people, and we can't stop talking to people to this date. Even today, we're talking to people. It's just, we can't stop talking. So people say, well, in order to maximize the money, how do I do that? You get on the advanced and get 2-sleeve auto ship. But if you say, I just want to try the product, great, you can start at core, but then you can always upgrade to the advanced. And the company's so fair. They said, tell you what we do. You've already put this money in. We'll apply it towards the next one. So you just pay the difference. That's $240 difference. And we give you 3 more sleeves. I'm like, who does that? A great customer they do. And they say, well, people say, well, if I want to maximize the income and maximize the benefit and get the product at the cheapest price, well, then you basically just upgrade a premium, you pay the difference between this one and this one. And that's it. Then you can't go any higher. So we can't buy 2 premium packs. We just buy one time and then $200 a month for that. But that allows us to have stock to help people out, which is, hopefully that makes sense, because I want you to understand the power of this. When they talk about ignite the power of X39, it really is. When you start wearing it and you start utilizing it, you're going to be like our new friends from Orlando. They're going to go, oh, they say we can't stop talking to people. Exactly. When your hair starts turning darker, when your eyesight start improving, when your friends start becoming better, and you're like, oh my goodness, you can't stop talking to people. And this, to give you an idea, we can make no guarantees. You can't really do anything, but we can tell you what's happened for our friends. We've helped people with things like Parkinson's, MS, Alzheimer's, dementia, autism, any kind of autoimmune, any kind of itis, anything like that. You think about lupus and fibromyalgia and all these different things, all these ailments people talk about, we've been able to help people with all these kind of things. Now, we can never make any guarantees, but we just tell people, try the product, utilize it for a minimum of 90 days. The rule of thumb is for every decade that you've been alive, you should be using this for at least 1 month. So I'm 54, I should be using it 5 to 6 months minimum to see the full benefit of it. Now, I saw results in 3 days. Some people it takes 3 weeks, some people it takes 3 months. Everybody is different because everybody is different. And the stem cells, when they become activated, they go to that priority. So if you've got a heart condition, it's going to go there first. You might not even realize you had a heart condition. All of a sudden, the stem cells go, oh, by the way, we got to repair what's going on over here. A lot of it, people have Dame damage. So it goes to repair that next. Anyway, I can go on and on. So the point of this is that get started. Tell people you got a 30-day money back guarantee, no risk, no whatsoever.
So we didn't have to put any money into websites. They're already given to us. All you need to do is plug and play. The website we share with absolutely everybody is thisisitinfo.com. That gives them all the information about the product, all the testimonials. Then our textbook of how we do this business is on thisisitteam.com. The A to Z of how to get started, how to go manager, how to upgrade. Absolutely everything that you need is on thisisitteam.com.
Absolutely. So the other part is that we have a system in place. So there's a strategy that we use, the PRO strategies. P stands for patch every day. We expose this every day. R stands for revisit, follow other people, and O stands for opportunity, share the opportunity. So we tell people, say, well, how much do I have to patch? That's up to you. We have a very simple one we call 3-3-1. Talk to 3 people a day, follow up with 3 people a day, and share the opportunity with everyone. That's it. So that's one thing we tell people all the time is whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do. We've got people that are doing 5-5-5, 5-5-1, whatever it is. They talk to 5-5, whatever you want to do, you pick that. But again, it's a matter of exposure
and consistency.
And consistency. Exactly. That's the big difference on this. So we have a Facebook team, our Facebook page. I recommend get registered on that, because once you're allowed to go on there, you can see all the people hitting these different levels and everything else. Once again, you subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is fantastic. We also have a where you can get communication. Text and email from the team. Once you're registered, we want to have you get communication from the team, from Steve and Gina. They send stuff out pretty much every single day via email and also text messages, usually weekly, so which is very, very cool. Then we have also launch meetings. This week, there's no launch meetings because it's between Christmas and New Year's, so we don't have any different things here. But we do want to let you know there's all different opportunities on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Thursdays.
And there's a whole lot of recordings that you can watch and that you can share with people.
On YouTube.
So take advantage of that, because if you Saturday's training, or last week's Saturday with Kerry Robinson.
Which was
You can
awesome.
go find that. You can find David Schmidt's interview, and take a look at that. Share that with you. Nothing lacking.
Yep. And the last part is that they do twice a year, they do different conventions. This one's a virtual convention. We're going to be there in person. They only allow a handful of people. It's about 450, 500 people are going to be there in person. I mean, the last one they did was thousands and thousands of cast all over, literally in Spanish and French and Polish, Korean and Russian. I mean, it's amazing. So again, but this is a 2-day event that's actually going to be recorded, that you can actually watch it up to 45 days afterwards. It's $155, that you basically pay to get information on what to do, how to do it, learn. And I tell people, even if you may not be interested from a business right now, but you go, I'm kind of curious how this works, tie into this, because you'll go, whoa, and you'll hear the heartbeat of the team. People that genuinely care about people, and people that have become multi-millionaires in a couple years. If you understand the potential, it's huge. So the guy who actually brought us in has become a millionaire within 2 years. We benefited this in a huge way. So we've made hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. He makes over $1 million a year. If you understand that, he started a month before we did. So we can't make no product things. You might not make any, not do anything, because we don't know your ambition level. We don't know where you're at. But once again, when you hear from other people who are successful, the best way to become successful is to learn from other people who are successful. So again, now's the time to make a move. I always say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. We went on 5 free trips this year. In fact, there's free trips that you can actually earn this next year in 2025. A lot of people are already qualifying for those trips, which is great. But actually, you get 2 months still, over 2 months to actually still qualify for this. So what's cool about this is we've been to places like this year. So a picture's worth 1,000 words, but a video is worth 1,000 pictures. But an experience is worth 1,000 videos. It's one thing to see a picture of this, another thing to see a video of the same kind of scene. It's a whole other thing when you're sitting there in the chair watching the sun come down and hearing the tropical the steel drums in the background and the music and the people and the kids and all the different fun stuff and everything like that. We want you to experience this product. We could show you pictures, we could show you videos of testimonials, but once you experience this, you're like, okay, I'm a believer. So that's what we want. So hope is your future. We tell you we're hope dealers, not dope dealers. So we want you to get started with X39. So again, get back together with the person who invited you so they can actually share more with us with you. And again, if you say, okay, I usually recommend there's 3 different types of people. I call it a 3-2-1 launch. A 3 is someone who says, you know what, I'm interested in some more information. Can you give me the website? Can you give me this? I want some more information to check this out. Great, no problem, we'll do that. If you say I'm a 2 is someone says, I want to try the product. Can I just try the product and utilize it? Great, no problem. We'll get you the product at the wholesale price. Kind of cool, right? If you're a 1, you say, I like the idea of getting wholesale, but can I make money with this too? I like the idea of what you talk about, and I like the idea of travel and all this kind of stuff. Can I do that? Great. And what do you think we're going to do? We're going to help you launch. So if you're 3, let them know that. If you're 2, if you're 1, we'll help you get launched. Just let the person know who invited you. And so they can actually know an idea, because we're not mind readers. Let us know where you're at and we'll help you do that. So besides that, it was phenomenal sharing with you tonight. Again, Augusto, and your, I keep forgetting your wife's name, Glenda. I don't have any friends named Glenda. So Glenda, you're now a new friend. So I thank you again for sharing that amazing testimonials, because you got more than one. You had like 3, 4 testimonials in that one spot. But now that I know I can call you Salt and Pepper, that's okay. So we're so excited to be partnered with you guys and all the other people. We want to say once again, Happy New Year to all of those who, once again, know that 2024 might have been a phenomenal year, might be a bad year. It doesn't matter. Tomorrow's the first day of the rest of your life. It doesn't really matter. Today's really the first day of the rest of your life. And so make it count.
Yeah, and we make the decision. We decide what we want our 2025 to look like.
Yes.
So decide now. Decide now before midnight tomorrow.
Yes.
So decide now.
Yeah, absolutely. And the last part to this is we do a next level training. We're going to do that today. It's going to be in 5 minutes, literally in 4 minutes. So if you don't have that information, reach out to us. We'll send you that information. For those of you that want to get to the next level and say, what do we need to do? We're going to be talking about today, once again, how to make 2025 the best year ever. So again, we appreciate your time. We love it. This has actually been recorded. So we'll be sending this out to people if they want to see it. It's on our YouTube channel so we can share it with others. So God bless you.
And
Happy New Year.
Everyone for being on.
Thank you very much. We're ready to run. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Can't wait to meet you guys in person when we come back to Florida. It's gonna be awesome. God bless you guys. Talk to you real soon. Take care.